working with the tip of the iceberg using a tablet as a reader, and there's only textbooks on the tablet. We said, what more can we do? We then started investigating what free resources there were on administration systems, and we found Moodle. We went to MIB and we said we want Moodle on our portal, and within a month they had Moodle on the portal for us.
We were fortunate to have an innovation teacher in a school in Pretoria who worked on our second development cycle. He in turn worked on Moodle in his school. It's an open source piece of software, so we took it and we customized it into the schooling environment. So that's how Moodle really became into our system.
On Moodle, a typical lesson that I would do is when my learners walk in, I will either have firstly a video playing just to introduce the lesson, or I will start with a 5-minute test on Moodle. What's nice about the 5-minute test is the moment that they finished writing, I can immediately review the 5-minute test and I can see which questions the learners didn't get quite right. So I can review the section immediately there. After that, I will either go to a video, which is on Train Your Brain, or I will go to one of the interactive flash programs. After that, they will download some notes from Moodle, and then I will have a worksheet available for them on Moodle as well, which they will then complete for the rest of the lesson. In terms of setting it up, unfortunately, compared to some other programs, it's not as user-friendly. We had to set up the lessons on Moodle before the time, but training did help there. The more you practice, the easier it gets, and the more you use it, the easier it is for the learners as well.
The children very soon found out that they can communicate with each other, just like little SMSs that they can send without it costing anything. We're now going to harness that modem of communication in getting the children to work together on assignments.
Instead of me going in and out of programs during class, which is consuming a lot of time, all I do now with Moodle, I put everything on Moodle. I'm able to put everything that I require for that particular lesson, so that during class, I don't have to be going in and out of programs. All I do, I just ask the learners to click on the notes. It will then show them all the notes.
With Moodle, we are now able to have 5-minute tests on the previous day's lessons, and they answer those questions, and teachers can immediately intervene in what the children do or don't know, because the results are immediately available. That also gets the kids in the class on time. They now trot to class because they know the time from the time that they get into the class, 5 minutes, and they must be complete with their 5-minute test.
With Moodle, I like mostly the 5-minute test. So it's a good way of reflecting, and that's how you will see if the learners understood what you were teaching them the previous day.
Moodle is very nicely organized in that on my course content page, the child can actually look forward or look back and see what we've covered and what are we going to. So the child that hasn't been at school or needs to catch up can always retrace his steps, and the one that is moving ahead nicely can actually move ahead and be ready for you the next time you walk into the room.
With Moodle, you now can create blogs or wikis within the Moodle framework, and they can work as a group, and you can monitor what goes on in each group without having them say a single word, just by doing what they usually do most of the time, texting.
Children are very engaged in the technology. It took them months, and they could work this technology faster than what any of the teachers can at this point in time. They are very proud of being able to use Moodle. They engage in questions now that they've never done before.